Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugga and I'm coming at you with American Truck Simulator now. As I am doing back-to-back Euro Truck and American Truck here. Hopefully you'll forgive me if I kind of only do one run. As I mentioned in my Euro Truck, and if you watch that video first, I'm just tired. You know, I'm just... the walk to the hospital, just tired. Plus it's late at night. It's almost midnight. And I promised a friend that I would log into a program to see him for a little bit. So I'm going to do that. But I'm just worn out. So not a lot to see on this vid. I'll probably just do it. And I apologize for that. As, I don't know, to me, you guys deserve a little bit better. What the fuck am I hauling? That is a tall trailer. I say I should go up and around, huh? But you kind of can't. I'm not sure which way you can go here. I'm just going to go this way. I'm pretty sure it's the only way you can go. Huh. You're funny game. Wow, this is heavy for this truck. Let's take a look outside. Really, that's my horn? Okay, yeah, so this is some kind of earth trailer, which I figured it was. You know, rocks, gravel, sand, and this it's 41,000 pounds, which is pretty heavy. But still, I doubt we have the best upgraded truck for the job. I actually would have hit him if I kept going. Gotta do what you gotta do to get out. This is a trip from hauling 3 tons on on Euro Truck Simulator. This is a big trip from that. Excuse me. I'm drinking a little bit Diet Pepsi, which is probably not the best thing to do when I want to go to sleep, but it's helping me stay awake a little bit while I get this done. Oh, okay. We only got a 10-speed transmission this time, not a 13 or 12, only 10. would explain why I'm having a little trouble gaining speed as well, even if I have a good motor, having only 10 speeds rather than 18 or even 2 extra gears, a 12 speed. I think we'll be fine for fuel. Oh, I actually did that pretty well. I'm amazed. Lock into cruise control for a sec. Okay, you can turn off their direction. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be a little bit more quiet during this video. I can't help that, really. As I've already talked about a lot. And now, problem about doing 2 very long gameplays back to back. You tend to run out of things to talk about. I would like to do a little bit of World of Tanks and some World of Warship replays that I have. I don't play World of Warships that much. I tend to only go back to World of Warships when they have some kind of like special event going on. Otherwise, I tend to ignore it. Was that not... Oh, I didn't hit cruise control. But I'm playing a lot of World of Tanks right now, which I'm actually kind of enjoying. I'm just about up to tier 5 in all my choices, which I've expanded my choices a little bit than what I wanted to. I originally just wanted German and Russian heavy tanks and tank destroyers. That's all I wanted. But then I've also picked up American tank destroyers. I've picked up British artillery. Hang on. And I've also picked up British light tanks, which sadly only go to tier 5. I picked up the British light tanks because I got a crew. I was already 100% for light tanks. So I decided, I'm not going to waste the crew. So I'm going to do British light tanks. I picked up American tank destroyers because the Americans have the T-67, which is a turreted tank destroyer. And it's a really good tank destroyer. Plus they have other decent tank destroyers like the Wolverine. I don't know if they have the Skoda line. I don't think the Skoda line is American, but then again it may be. I haven't looked too far down on it. The Americans also have the T-95 tank destroyer, which is just this huge lumbering monster of a tank destroyer. The British also have the Doom Turtle, which is something that I don't have British tank destroyers, and I may end up going down that line as well. But after I buy some more garage slots, probably. What else? I picked up the British line of artillery because I want an artillery known as Bird. It's an FV 305 or something like that. It's a very small, quick, maneuverable, lightweight tank destroyer. That's a lot of fun to play. I went with German tank destroyers because German late-time tank destroyers, is it, I think it's the E100, or I don't know, that may be a heavy tank. The Germans just have a really big tank destroyer. Jeez, we have 190 more miles to go. Look at how much fuel we've already eaten through. That's pretty rough. But the Germans have two very good lines of tank destroyers, as do the Russians. The Russians also have very good heavy tanks, as do the Germans as well. One tank that I would like to play, and it's not a great tank. I kind of have this thing for tanks that aren't great, but they're either historically great or not even then. I mean, historically great is I don't mean they did like historically great things. They're just these like really kind of like bizarre historical tanks. The Tog 2 is a tank that I want if I can ever get my hands on one. It's a very bad tier 6 heavy tank unless you play it in platoons. But I still want one. Even if part of that is the Mighty Jingle's fault for all of his Tog videos. I want to eventually get a Mouse, which is a tier 10 British heavy tank. And again, it's not really a good tank. Not really a great tank, but it still could be something that you could have fun in once in a while. The Russian line, I want earlier Russian tanks like the KV-2. The KV-2 is known as the troll tank with the derp gun. Derp guns are guns that fire high explosive only. They fire high explosive, and they do a massive amount of damage if they penetrate enemy vehicles, but they don't penetrate very often. They're really good against lightly armored vehicles, artillery, light tanks, medium tanks, but against other heavy tanks, can be kind of iffy. But they still can be fun. And I've got some tanks that have derp gun that I can put derp guns on if I want to, but there's just something about the KV-2. You know, there's just something about the KV-2 that makes it more fun and more interesting as a derp gun tank than any other tank. So I want a KV-2. That's why I'm going down the Russian heavy line. I'm also going down the Japanese heavy line because of the three tanks that everybody likes, and I am no different in that. And that is the OI Experimental. As a matter of fact, the Japanese tanks are... I gotta see something here. Is it under gameplay? I think it's under gameplay. Truck settings. Automatic retard. Yeah, okay. I was just checking. When you call them heavies, the reality is people have gone to call them super heavies. Because even though they're not the heaviest tanks in the game, for the tier that they come up at these weights, they're the heaviest. You know, tier-wise. I mean, the OI is something like 75 to 100 tons. Or the OI Experimental. The OI is like 100, 120 some odd tons. Something like that. I don't know how many tons, but they're over like 100. Then there's the Oni and the Oho. And they're all just these massive, heavy, square box, but thick armor tanks. And they have huge armor-penetrating guns on them. It doesn't mean that they penetrate through a lot of armor, but they do a ridiculous amount of damage for the shot they put into you. And, like, my OI Experimental, which is the first of the big tanks of that line, does around 300 average damage per shot, which at tier 5, 300 average damage at tier 5 can one-shot some light and even some medium tanks and shave off a considerable amount of health off heavy tanks. But it only shoots like 6 rounds a minute. Because if it shot faster than that, they'd be insanely overpowered. And to hear those guns go off is just insanity all by itself. It's really just true insanity to listen to those guns go off. Are all my... No. No, they're not. Not that I think it matters much, but no, they're not. But yeah, they're just insanity when they go off. The sound is like this, a single gun off a battleship just going off. Police station's not open, right? Right, okay. It didn't ask me to pull over, so I'm not. Wonder why my cruise control didn't slow me down. Maybe I don't have it set to. I'll look after the run's over. Because we're almost there. We've only got 41 miles and counting to go. I'm just sticking it at 55 because there's no point in trying to go faster. Not with this motor. These are just weigh stations, not like police car, but you could actually get your truck weighed if you wanted to. You could pull in, there's a scale, and there's some way to get the weight of your truck when you get in there. And the speed limit's 65. It's alright, I'll stick to 55 just because the truck's comfortable there. And I don't have a lot of gas left despite this being a very short trip. This video is going to upload in no time. The video I just uploaded was about 9 gigs, uploaded in 8 minutes. 8 minutes, 9 gigs. I didn't know what to think. That's just like stupidly fast, and I am so happy because I can just record and upload and not have to wait all day in order to be able to go back online. It makes so much sense. I could have gone for a smaller package in terms of my internet and all that. Just because. No, it's too low. Okay. Speed limit's 30, so we might as well just set the cruise control at 30. That's why. I believe I'm going to want to be over this side of the road. No, speed limit's gone back to 65. I did not realize. Well, it can't be all bad in the engine department, because we're still pulling uphill at 41,000 pounds. We're actually gaining speed. Just we don't have an 18-speed transmission, so we're just guzzling through fuel. I actually want to be over here. Wow. Truck going by with its light on. I have never seen that before. That's got to be a mod. No. This guy's just gonna fuck me over and sit there. Well, I'm gonna have to turn inside him then. This is left turn, left turn, left turn. We're almost going around a complete circle here. Do me a favor, stay green. Thank you. Right, now we're catching the lights, making up for last time. Which we want to turn sharper. There we go. Okay, we didn't make all the lights. No, we made most of them. My back's bothering me after that walk. We'll just wide swing this a little even though we don't have to. Could you change, please? Please? Oops. Oh god, this back in, I think, is going to be a nightmare. No. At least not especially. I want to look. Apparently I can. This is actually quite helpful. jackknifed it up. That's alright. Plus, I think I'm into the fence. About got it. I may have to pull forward, but yeah, because they're again the hill and the fence fucking me over. Good enough. Chunk. Excellent work. And we made another level. Awesome. Does the bank want to give me big money yet? No. But let's just take a look at the job market and set up our next job, shall we? Yeah, this one looks interesting. An excavator at 56,000 pounds. Does down in this area, which we've been all up in here, so that looks like a fun job. Lubricants again at 64,000 pounds. Egad. 64,000 pounds. But we'll take the excavator. I'm just going to take the job, and I won't be as tired. But we're just going to take the job and then just quit out. Just so you can see the excavator. Come on, hurry up and load. I actually need to go to the bathroom. Now I bet the banks want to give me big money, huh? There it is. So our next episode, we'll have big money. I just want to take a quick look, even though yeah, standard excavator. Pretty long trailer, though. Pretty long. Alright, folks. So that's going to be me done for this episode. Again, I apologize that it's a short one and I didn't double up on my trips this time. But it is what it is. I'm just tired. So, again, I hope you've been enjoying watching as much as I've been enjoying bringing it to you. Until next time, this is going to be One Big Bug.